We got another officer caught in a clear lie just to make a traffic stop.
What's busted on that headlight? It works. They're not busted. You pulled me over for no reason. You pulled me over because I looked at you on the side of the road, man. My headlight is not out. It's not busted.
I don't say nothing about your taillight, sir.
You said my headlight, dude.
You said headlight.
Yeah, and it's obviously not busted.
All right, well, listen.
That's a lie. That's a complete lie. My headlight is not busted.
So, sir, is this in working order from how you
That
got
is
from
not
the
that is not the headlight. That's not the headlight. That's a fender.
I've had my dash cam running the entire time when I was running 60 miles an hour behind you in a 55. So let's talk about that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a lawful reason something about it.
My headlight's not busted out.
Does it work?
Yes, it works. It's
Like
not
I
busted
said,
or damaged
when I
at
was in
all. It
front of
works
you.
perfectly fine.
Welcome back to Just Following Orders, where we expose the fascist police state. Today's video is coming from Justin Mack's channel. Make sure you go check out his content and let him know I sent you. So today's video comes from Clayton County, Georgia, where our driver Justin was on his way to work when he noticed an officer from the Clayton County Police Department on his ass. He tailgates Justin for several miles, riding his bumper. You know how they do. The officer gets beside Justin for some reason, and Justin throws his hands up like, "Yo, what's going on? Why you following me?" And that's where the officer took his opportunity to hit his lights. So the officer makes up some BS story about his light appearing to be out, not that his light was actually out. But when he gets called out for lying and looks stupid, he changes the story up to make it about speeding 5 miles over the speed limit. It's just another example of cops using whatever excuse they can to hold some kind of power over you. If you want to help the channel grow, hit the like button and subscribe. Let's start the video.
Pull me over for
What joke is the headlight busted?
headlight busted.
Yeah, that one right there with having that red light.
The headlight is busted. My headlight works. That headlight's not busted. What's busted on that headlight? It works. They're not busted. You pulled me over for no reason. You pulled me over because I looked at you on the side of the road, man.
First of all,
You were following me, swerving back and forth in the lanes, tailgating me all the way up, and then you pulled me over because I looked at you.
It's not a reason to pull somebody over, sir.
My headlight is not out. It's not busted.
I don't say nothing about your taillight, sir.
You said my headlight, dude.
You said headlight.
Yeah,
not
and it's
taillight.
obviously not busted.
So that's how you know this officer is playing some weird kind of game. Justin corrected his own self and said headlight while pointing at a headlight, so there was no reason for the officer to say tail light. The officer pulled him over for no reason, so now he's being extremely nitpicky, trying to find any kind of way to be right.
My headlight is not out. It's not busted.
I don't say nothing about your taillight, sir.
You said my headlight, dude.
You said headlight.
Yeah,
not
and it's
taillight.
obviously not busted.
All right, well, listen. At this point in time, you out the car, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just that simple. It got nothing to do with you looking at me. I could care less if you look at me.
Well, what did you pull me over for
I just
exactly?
told you,
my headlight is not out, though. That's a lie.
Yeah,
That's a complete lie. My headlight is not
sir,
busted.
So, sir, is
The
this
fender-
in working order from how you
That
got
is
from the
not the
manufacturer?
that is not
Sir,
the
I'm not here to
headlight.
argue
That's
with you.
not the headlight. That's
I'm
a
not here to
fender.
argue with you. Can you
Okay.
calm down?
Okay.
Can you please calm down?
This is not the headlight. This is not the headlight. This is the
in
head.
working order from the manufacturer.
That's not the headlight. You just told me the headlight
I'm
was
asking you.
busted. That's not a headlight. You told me
asking
that the reason was my headlight was busted. You're lying.
I'm not lying.
You are. That
Well,
is
guess
not.
what? I've had my dash cam running the entire time
Okay.
when I was running 60 miles an hour behind you in a 55. So let's talk about that as well. Okay?
Give me a speeding ticket for 5 over the speed limit. I was riding in traffic, bro. I wasn't passing anybody.
Did I say anything about passing? So you want to sit up here and add more stuff than it got to be. Okay? So I'm going to need you to calm down.
Okay, man.
Thank you. Arguing about why I stopped.
He's saying he pulled me over because my headlight's busted out. It's
When I was in
pointing
front
to
of
this
him,
fender right
sir,
here.
talking to him. When I was in front of him, and this headlight appeared to be out. That's why I stopped.
So now he's softening his language because the other officer's there and is probably higher ranked than him. Appeared to be out isn't the same thing as being out, and the officer switched his story to make it about speeding as soon as he figured out that he was wrong. Obviously, this officer wanted to pull this guy over.
This headlight appeared to be out. That's why I stopped. He asked further questions. I told him my dash cam was running the entire time. He was going 60 and a 55. And
I was going with the flow of traffic. I wasn't passing anybody.
okay, just because everybody else speeding on me, you can speed.
He saw me up there. He sat there and waited for me to get up beside me, then tailgated me for a mile. He's swerving, riding in 2 daggum lanes, being unsafe. I don't have it recorded, obviously, but it's on his dash cam. He's riding in 2 daggum lanes down the road, and then I get up beside him right here, and I look at him because he's been tailgating me for 2 miles, and he pulls me over.
So 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 are you saying he didn't have a reason to stop you?
Yes, my headlights obviously
so
not
he did have a
busted
reason to
out.
stop you?
Maybe 5 over, but he told me.
Well, I'm saying though, I'm asking you. Do he have a reason to stop you?
I asked him, and he said it was because my headlight was busted
I
out.
just told you.
Okay,
Again.
is that it?
So yeah, that's a lawful reason to stop you.
My headlight's not busted out.
Does it work?
Yes, it works. It's
Like
not
I
busted
said,
or damaged
when I
at
was in
all. It
front of
works
you-
perfectly fine.
Like I said, when I was in front of you in my rearview mirror, this one appeared to be out.
Does it? You can't even. You're pointing at this, asking me if this is from the factory, and you can't see
asked
this
you-
from the front in your rearview mirror.
Yes, I can. I can see
If you're
this
in front of
and
me,
this.
okay,
What are you
and
talking
you
about?
say
Look,
my
look,
headlight's
we're not here to
busted
have
out,
court
man.
Side of the road. At the end of the day, you outside of the car, and that's how it's gonna be.
Okay.
All right. So you stand right here with him, and I'll be back in a second.
I mean, what does that even mean? You're outside of the car now, and that's what it's going to be? If that's not just a flex of power, then I don't know what is.
At the end of the day, you outside of the car, and that's how it's gonna be.
Okay.
All right. So you stand right here with him, and I'll be back in a second. You already gave me the ID there.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to go to work. I'm not doing nothing.
What about that?
Huh?
What
Yeah, I work for myself, bro. If I got boots in my car, if I need them, I'll put them on, you know?
What kind of work you do?
I remodel houses for PMI.
For real?
Property management, yeah. It's ridiculous, bro. He saw me and sat there. He didn't have no reason to pull me over. He sat there tailgating me for 2 or 3 miles, riding right on my ass, swerving in and out the lanes, dude. And then I pulled up beside him, and I look at him like, what are you doing? And he swooped over, pulled it over, and says my headlight's busted out. It's not even damaged at all, man. It's a complete lie. I'm doing 5 overs. How often y'all pull people over doing 5 over when they're just riding in traffic?
Man, it happens a lot. But you know, just some people get upset because they're the one that got picked out of everybody.
But I'm saying, though, that's not his excuse for pulling me over. That wasn't even the excuse until I obviously pointed out that my headlight wasn't busted out. And now he's like, oh, well, you were doing 5 over, you know. He sat there looking for a reason to pull me over for nothing. I'm perfectly legal, dude. Going to work, doing nothing wrong. He asked me why I'm coming from Griffin. Oh, you come from Griffin all the time, blah, blah. You know, like, come on, bro. I'm doing nothing, trying to go to work. And he pulling me over for a blatant lie. I got it on video, too, you know.
You got recorded?
Yeah, I'm recording right now. That's the only way you can protect yourself from the police, you know. Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously upset because I'm literally doing nothing wrong, bro, you know. He's saying was doing 60. I'm literally riding with the flow of traffic. There's people passing me because he's right on my ass the whole time, like dead ass, right up on my fucking ass the whole time, you know. So I'm riding the traffic. He got mad because I'll look at him like, "What you doing?" You go, you know, and then immediately he pulls over and it lights me up, and lies saying my headlight's busted out, and then wants to ask me about, "Oh, is this how you got it from the factory? The fender? That's how you got it from the factory?" Like, come on, bro.
Eventually.
Alright. So, I want you to look at something real quick. This right here says warning. I'm not giving you a ticket. I'm not out here to get nobody. Just sign right there saying you understand it's a warning.
So that's the end of that video. This officer knows that he was in the wrong, which is why he just gave him a warning and felt the need to tell him that he wasn't trying to trap anybody up. He's got to say that on camera in case he puts in a complaint and they have to do some kind of investigation. You know, most of the time I would say that it's best to keep your mouth shut, but in this case, the offense was so egregious and obvious that this officer was lying. It made sense for Justin to continuously tell the officer, like, no, like, what, the reason you pulled me over is not real. It went from the headlight being out to, is the bumper in the condition it was straight from the dealership, to you were speeding, all in quick succession. And I wondered how this stop would have went if the other officer wouldn't have showed up. This reminds me of another video I did where the officer did a similar type of lie. I'm gonna link to that here. Let me know what y'all thought about this in the comments. What do you think Justin should do? Thanks for checking out today's video. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a great day.